What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 29 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Grimgor Ironhide campaign. So as we saw last time, we got ourselves our debut battle with WAAAGH, who managed to take out Kastalton's one and only major army, and we are poised to besiege and hopefully take Erengrad. We also got a nice battle with Grimgor as he took Tal Esthan, one of the last remaining territories of the Wood Elves. Athaloran has nearly fallen in its entirety, and only a few minor factions remain. All the major ones are pretty much done, and Durthu is the last one of them, and he is out of any settlements, so we're probably good there. Anyway, let's see what we gotta do this time. I believe there were only two armies that did not move. Umug the Leech, or Dalich, was one of them, and I never gave you... Was I going to reset you or something? Why did I do this? 1 second. First of all, Goblin Tide would help the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, but that's not what I care about. What I care about is this. A Root Marcher and Inspiring Presence. You don't have any other casters, so you will probably want to get Itchy Nuisance and possibly Night Shroud and Gork'll fix it. But at the same time, we'll probably want to level up the various archers, which means the boys, which counts. 1, 2, 3. And the artillery pieces will be... Well, Derida's one won't matter really because we're mostly... Oh, wait, that's actually Arda's Nails for the Spider Rider Archers, but that one probably won't matter much because Death from Above is much more important. Get Back Here is probably not going to be super helpful for us, so I think we'll go into Sneaky Stabbing so we can get into some spells at least as early as possible. Not that any of that really matters for this little... thing. This is not worth fighting. I mean, we could just to see the giant pile of archers, but we've seen giant piles of archers. This isn't really much different from any of the others, so we're just gonna slaughter those captives and continue on our merry way. Mugga, you, sir, are going to get a free backstab and a Savage Orc Prada and some other stuff that we can hopefully turn into more useful stuff. Let's pop you into March Stance and let's head you up to Norska, where all the armies are currently playing around and where we will hopefully be able to build you the rest of your Skaven auxiliaries. And I believe the other one that did not move last episode was one... Oh yeah, you. Arachnic Spider Claw. Now, the fact that this says Heroic Victory, I think, is probably indicative of this not really being worth our time, especially so late into the campaign, so I think I'll just auto-resolve this one. It's certainly not going to be a Grimgor-like battle. We are also going to... I mean, I guess we could raise it for the tiny amount of scrap. Man. Whatever. We're not interested in any more territory anyway, so yeah, do that, and hopefully you can get back into raiding stance, which indeed you can. Lovely. And we may not even need to proceed to Gruiden, as there is a little scout. Now they're gonna lose. Yeah, okay, Draika should have no problem there, and we may actually fight the Draika battle with these guys, because we still have to do at least a little bit of fighting there. Anyway, I believe that's it for this particular turn, unless I'm mistaken. Everybody else that needed to move has moved. You're waiting for heroes. There's low fightiness somewhere, but I think that we don't care. I'll let us auto-resolve right here, or auto-resolve, end the turn right here and see whether these two armies fall for our little ambush. Ezekiel Fate Spinner, why are we watching you move and why would we remotely care? Alright, Kastalton wants peace, go figure, that's not gonna happen. Alright, parts of Sartosa will not fall for our ambush, alas. I wonder if it was foiled or whether they simply decided to not. The Warhost of the Apocalypse will attack the Exiles of Khorne, and I guess, go figure, we will be at war with Archaon. Well, maybe it was fate all along. Enter war on side of Vala. Scarby's our best pal. He loves a good scrap as much as we do, so there's no way we're not going to... we're not going to help him out with this one. Alright, ambush foiled, spite blood river, yeah, it was foiled. Damn, well that's a crying shame, and now these guys are too far from me, although they do still have 2 full stacks. Nice for them. Ambusher discovered, ally begins outpost construction, seafarer, big thinking steel is ready. Go find some steelies. Oh, they're gonna be quite far, ain't they? Oh, you gotta begin now. Sawspug Armbreaker, who are you? He's a lord, level 15 lord. Could potentially be useful if we need somebody to handle an army. Ooh, we're at minus 19k now. Gonna have to start being at least a little bit careful, though. Ooh. Valmir Gossa. That's kind of a garbage army. And I think we'll kill it. So you're gonna go right here in regular stance. What is this? Obsidian Amulet. Probably won't be needing that on you. Now you don't need the Troll Herder. You most definitely don't need the Bully. Keep the Batwing Bloony. Screw the Shroom Gatherer. Keep the Swindler. Let's go to Ancillaries. Let us give you Snotling Scavengers for campaign movement range. And let us give you a... Not a Serial Luda, not a Shaman's Lackey, not a Nidal Carva. Backstabber, that's the one, that's it. Alrighty, now you guys. Go right here. I guess we're going to declare war on Southern Realms. I mean, it was probably inevitable that we would have gotten into it with them. And oh, this guy's gonna go for this place. Up here, it might be mildly problematic. We also delete that hag hut because we'll need defenses here. We will also build a goblin workshop here because this is going to be by and large a defensive location, wherein we will potentially need to build armies. Anyway, who are you allied with? Oh, a bunch. But I guess you're fighting Clan Pestilence, and we can talk to the Pesties to join the war against you. Central Confederacy. And we'll obviously raise them all. We don't really care about who... Oh, we could just trade it to the ogres. Give the ogres the territory. And they need more territory after all. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yes, we'll join your war. Thank you, much obliged. Next up, you should be able to, in a begin stance, just out of resolve this garbage little army. And close victory. Really? Black Orcs versus Halberdiers. I guess the Black Orcs are so slow that the game didn't want to count them as participating in this fight. Eat those captives. And then get back into raiding stance and then move back into our territory to heal maximally. We'll also transfer... What? Okay, wait. That's enough. Thank you. Transfer the Black Orcs to this army, more or less completing the army. We just want to get the Goblin Workshop up and running. I guess what I'm forgetting also is, well, yeah, we'll use this guy. It should be fine. If we could replace these Goblin, the Goblin Rock Lobbers with the workshop stuff with the Doom Divers. In fact, Gozbag, maybe we can have you recruit it through global recruitment rather than having to worry about it ourselves. Probably the best way to do it. But anyway, let's get back to moving everybody else around. Grimgor, you, sir, need to head all the way down to Tirvana and to Glade of Eternal Midnight. Can't be leaving them because who knows if they'll suddenly, randomly declare war on us. You're gonna move... Yeah, you're gonna go tunnel your way over there. It's faster. Like so. Then Grommy, I would like you to go into begins Catch Morlana if you can. She's gonna run... She's not gonna run because Dirthu's faction is dead. Good. And so disappears Arguelon. One more bastion of Athaloran destroyed. Right? Faction destroyed, beautiful. Alright, you're gonna go into March stance and we're gonna head you, I guess, around to Tirvana. Might actually be faster to go right to the edge of this and then just jump over to Kingsglade. Might get an interception from these guys. Then again, somewhat unlikely. Nobber, take Kazid Grimaz. We don't actually care about the territory, we'll just transfer it to the Clan Pestilence. The thing is, we don't know whether they will actually... They're not bad. They will actually be willing to capture it, because the AI obviously has a bad tendency to just sack stuff, so we'll occupy it and then we'll transfer it to them. then again, I guess if we go all the way to Grimhold before these guys take it, we can have it ourselves. Certainly a thought. We'll see if this guy heads to Carrick Norn. But anyway, let's see who else needs to move. Spy Blood Reaper. I guess you two will head to Rivola. And, oh, Snorko is up and running now. We could send Snorko into Rivola as well. And just to double check, you are still not able to build those Arachnoraks? No, you're still unable to build those Arachnoraks. Game, please. Gib Arachnoraks. I have one Doomed Iron. I was wondering whether you should replace the Savage Orc, Savage Orc Era Boys. Probably not. Inspiring Presence, Root Marcher, and Da Boys, please. We'll get the most value out of that. And I guess we'll send you in. Just go into regular stance. We'll obviously want to move Spy Blood Reaper to reinforce as well. And I think we'll actually want to occupy Rivola and just transfer to Clan Scryer. Probably the way to do it. Go into encamp. All of you stay near each other. We'll send them in separate directions after. I just want to make sure that the Outer Resolve doesn't kill off anything. And that they'll still be perfectly functional after. Or if not perfectly, at least reasonably functional. Occupy temporarily. I guess if it's, you just sack it and then occupy it, reoccupy it. We did just spend a bunch of money. And man, we just keep getting so many things after every single battle. Look at this. It's too many ancillaries. Occupy. We need less. Otherwise it's a lot to deal with. And it's not like we can turn them into money because we don't care about it, as that would be more trouble than it's worth to actually click it several times. I figure that... Oh, Draca did survive, nice. I figure that... Steel technology, please. I figure that... Oh man, I said that so many times I now don't remember what I was figuring. Go figure. Oh, well, that's a shame. Let's move you towards Draca and knock this place out. Alright, and Krugga, you can get this hero into your army, and I believe we wanted one more to keep buffing those spiders. Goblin Big Boss, Bearded Choppers, I don't even care what you have anymore in terms of your buffs, because this army will probably never fight. We just needed to sort of follow our other army around. You... I was gonna say you should take Sulk Talton, but I guess we just move around, kill Karan. Yeah, go here. Go right to the edge of our territory. And Gobletna the Failure. Try here, then. Oh, you know what? I should probably move all the tech thieves around so that we can make sure that they do what they're supposed to do. And don't collect the income there, you, sir. You're supposed to meet up. Can you travel further via march stance or via underway stance? Looks like well, actually, fairly far. And the stance is better. Go figure. Alright, who's up next, and where is there potential for an actual fight? Rogue Idol Fairy, I don't think that you have potential for a fight, I gotta say. However, we can put you near to, what, the Halls of Eklos? I mean, if these guys attack, you'll die. But, wait, what? Counts as trespassing, but it's within the range of this other, whatever. I wonder if these guys will react if we trespass, but anyway. Skarsnik Finder, 1. Where's Skarsnik Finder 2? I may as well move you as well. Actually, technically that was 2, and this is 1, but whatever. Also not the most important thing in the world. One of you better find us a Skarsnik. And minus 20k per turn. Pretty hefty. Grom, you were going to join Hak and Nexotas here. Well, actually, you were going to join Zajar Rotgut, but... Okay, wait. See if we can do this. First of all, you're going to go to Begins. You're going to besiege Erengrad. We're going to start building some stuff there. We'll move Zajar Rotgut in as a reinforcement as well. Go for Greenskin Battering Ram and a bunch of towers. It's a nice army there, so we'll certainly fight it if they do sally out. Mr. Rotgut, you cannot be intercepted. You're going to swap out all of these Black Orcs and not bother with using those Night Goblin for now. Oh, wait. You're actually not going to swap those out, are you? I mean, for the assault, maybe. You know what, for the assault. These armies will have to transfer most of their stuff around, but, not a big deal. I'll take these regular trolls. There we go. Alright, because we want a pile of biggins in Azag's army, and then something to make him unique. Maybe an allied unit of some kind. Grudshot has been building Azag's biggins. 7 for now. Now, can he get... Well, we can get some trolls, some stone trolls to walk around with the biggins. Maybe we'll just keep his giants, or keep the giants with the... No. You know what? I like the idea of the giants with the night goblins. But I still think that we could get a few more trolls and possibly some... Okay, wait, is there a... there's a boar pens over there. This is the closest one. Zoishank's Black Orc barracks, and yeah, no boar pens. Alright, so I guess we'll have to travel to Chamon and Darek. And actually, what is this besieging us here? It's not that strong, probably auto-resolve this. I just want to decline this for a second and see how close Archaon... he's right there. It's probably going to take Leblia. No probably about it, he's definitely going to take Leblia. Can we do anything to his army? Try to wound one of his heroes, but it's unlikely. Alright. Would he be able to reach Shaman direct? No, he would not. In fact, nobody would. Okay. I'll resolve this. Just that they don't besiege us with that giant almost died. We'll heal you up, however. Just to make those rebellion... Just to make that rebellion go away. Grudshot, we're gonna march stance you up all the way to here. Actually, no, we're going to regular walk you to here, because we can at least continue to recruit some stuff this way. You're probably not going to be fighting Archaon, but who knows. And let's get to you, 4 stone trolls, and I don't know, a couple of river trolls. Probably put some of the trolls with Azag, but otherwise I want to mix them up together with the giants and with the various gobos. Now, you're in Pyrrhic victory, but you can just besiege. Either they'll sally out or we'll win via sieging. No need to hurry on this particular location. Who's up next? Alright, Oglok the Boreable. Now, ooh, yes, we are going to fight this because, ooh, they've got the Bilious Thundergaff. Very, very nice. Exciting times. Varag Legbiter. I don't want you to suffer attrition. Can you do an underway stance? Alright, there. And then grab Dromare Valley. Hopefully we grab everything here. We should also make sure that all your heroes get those anti-Slaneshi guys. I forgot what they're called. Cyriluda, Pitboss, Idle Carva, Goblin, Ranta, Bully, Batwinged, Loony. Tongue Shoveler, is that it? No. Backstabber, no. Shroom Gatherer, no. Who the heck is it? Oh, don't tell me, only mages can carry them? Swindler. Is that Squig Mascot? Shaman's Lackey? Oh, it's Shaman's Lackey. Alright, Shaman's Lackey. Man, we don't have enough of these. Alright, well, 1, 2... and 3. And I think all the other ones are on Oglok the Boreable, although there's none... I can also swap them around, sort of. You're also missing one. Does Oglok himself have one? Yeah, he does. Technically, I guess one army will only need to have them all, and we can swap them around, just because it's a really annoying ability. And Gribbits, my friend, you will land at Horvengast. And I think this should be auto-resolvable. Yeah, we don't need to fight these guys again, especially not with a weak little force like that. If we sack it, we won't be able to reoccupy it. It's an okay amount of money, though. And we'll want to trade it. I mean, it's not enough scrap to bother with. Maybe we will be still close. I missed it. Oh, actually he can reach it. Fantastic. Sack and occupy. Beautiful. And with that, the Blessed Dread have been destroyed. Another threat disappeared. Now, you have some items that I'm probably going to swap around, but in a little bit. We can repair you. And we can also build you up so that when we inevitably trade you, you'll be okay. I'm not gonna bother with these red territories. Alright, we just need to make sure that we are able to give that to Scarbrand. Yeah, we just gotta give him the stuff up here. Actually, Scarbrand, while we have you, would you... Oh, we don't have enough allegiance. I wanted to tell him to take the Vanaheimling home. But alas, not possible. Alright, let's move the rest of the heroes because I'm going to forget otherwise. Steal some tech if you please. Success, very nice. You're no Gabledna. And critical failure for you. And I just called one of you not a Gabledna. Alright, tech thief. Castle von Raken is where you're stealing, and Gabledna's already stolen. Yeah, we need more. We need more stealies. You've got 2 turns of this. Don't fail me now. Ah. Well, you failed. Let's get you specialist. I mean, this guy is actually... You know what? No, don't get anything, because this guy might actually become a fighty shaman. But for now, he can still steal. Alrighty, who else needs to move today? Oglock, I'm gonna move you last because we know that you're fighting. Want to make sure that everybody else is moved. Mugget Leech, you've got places to be. Places to leech, in fact. Now, Leroy Jenkins, grab these islands. And sail to the wreck and unresolve it real quick. Close victory, really. Well, saw to those captives, and what do we got to this time as our reward? Just money. The thing we needed the least, most likely. And I'm also not seeing any more islands nearby. There should be some out here. There's a couple out here. I guess we'll sail this way then. Full speed stance, but let's say out of range of the attrition. Not that we care, but this army does need to heal up a little bit. And now I forgot where Leroy is in the list here. Alright, that's you. Mugga. You stopped moving because I went for the island. Okay, well, keep moving now. Keep moving. Krega Armbreaker, you are staying still for one more turn while you get your hero, Krakatree Hugga. I could have you take this place in Kodevna. If Village is gonna go for somewhere, we could either occupy it or raise it. And just raise it. Wait, he's got defenses. Well, I guess if Village is going for it anyway with this army, it probably won't matter that much. And just stay where you are. There's no real hurry, and if it's not going to be a battle that we're actually going to fight, we don't need to bother with moving it. But what we do want to bother with is a battle that we're going to fight. Mr. Vashnar. Not of Vashnar's conquest, but another Vashnar altogether. You have no allies, Kugath. That's a shame. But you really, really don't like us for destroying the Seducers of Slaanesh and the Blessed Dread, so it is what it is. Now, Oglock, I want you to get slapped on Scrap and Furious WAAAGH as well. Fantastic. And let's level everybody up, I guess. Sharpened Chop is for you, sir. And then you can have, give it here, so let's get your Sharpened Choppers as well. And then lastly, Mr. Giblet, you can have... another point in Foot of Gork, another point in Edbutt. Much more likely to use Edbutt, but nonetheless, a good Foot of Gork, as our friend the Gitstompa has showed us, can be pretty darn critical. Don't call your allies to help. Time to strike. Boars versus Nurglings. Let's see how that works out. I know it's a small battle, especially considering what we've been fighting recently, but we haven't fought these guys yet, so we might as well enjoy it. Alright indeed, and here come the boars. Let's see how the enemy, well, fairly decently balanced army stands up to them. The biggest concern here is obviously going to be the Bilious Thunderguff, which is a fairly decent unit as far as giant units are concerned. Big HP pool, but more importantly, that Plague of Nurgle on application. Anyway, looks like the enemy's going to start on in with those Chaos Knights of Nurgle facing off against our Boar Boys. Kind of an interesting matchup here. The Chaos Knights obviously being a fairly defensive type cavalry with massive defensive stats and massive armor, but they are going to get hit from several directions at once with the anti-large Hog Riders here moving to back up the Broken Tusks mob. Looks like the Chaos Knights are at about half HP, but in the meantime the rest of the battle line is looking to engage. More Chaos Knights interspersed with the Nurglings. We've got got the Nurglings and the Beasts of Chaos, and you can't underestimate Nurglings either. They are a absolutely fantastic unit. Super cheap, super effective at what they do. Like zombies, but better, and poisony at that as well. It's quite nice, and magical attacks as well. And, oh wow, their weapon strength's at 48, well actually no, that's 60 units. I was thinking that because they're, I mean, technically sort of a swarm unit, but not really. At least not because of their current implementation. Anyway, and there's the Bilious Thunderguff towering over our boars here, together with some plague drones helping him out. Our rotflies, they don't have the plague drones attached, and the giant is still at full HP and applying his poisons as he likes to do, or his plague. But the battle line is definitely going in our favor. In the meantime, though, in the background, we send in the various boar boys to start working on the enemy plague bearers. We'll see how well this particular matchup goes, as past the initial charge. Well, as the boar boys get bogged down, they may start taking quite a bit of damage. But at the very least, we did manage to surround the enemy. Could really use a little bit more in the way of magical damage, but, well, here come the Broken Tusks mob, who do have that Lichbone pennant on them as well. That should help out a little bit. Piles of Nurglings, and what a hilariously animated unit. I always get a kick out of watching these guys fight. I can just watch a pile of Nurglings fight a pile of zombies all day. Alright, well, it looks like the Plague Bearers are, well, pretty much in trouble. They have done a little bit of damage to our units of boars, but not as much damage as they might have, and in fact, it looks like a lot of them are collapsing. The Bilious Thunderguff and the Beasts of Nurgle appear to be going down as well. In fact, damn, I missed the drop of the giant. My bad. Mostly because I was distracted. And I didn't expect him to die so fast, but we did send Oglock and his two Black Orc big bosses at it, so that's a lot of lords and heroes hitting him at the same time. Over in the background, we have a few units of Plague Toads fighting against the Boar Boys, but the Plague Toads have never been a particularly good unit. Although I do have to wonder how much more effective they are in SFO than they were in vanilla, especially on release. I don't know whether they've received any buffs since release, but I remember them being pretty inferior, too slow to really perform the job of Cav, and too fragile at the same time. You'd expect them to be a little bit more defensive-minded, being a NURGLE unit. But oftentimes they are just so fragile. I remember in my old Nikari campaign charging them with Heartseekers and them just melting in 2 seconds without ever having done any damage, but I digress. And decisive victory for us against this little Nurglite horde. Just a nice little beginning. I'm sure we'll have a tougher time when we face off against Kugath himself. Alright, very nice. Not too difficult, and we certainly didn't expect it to be, and while I would have preferred a more difficult fight, I still very much enjoy watching the boars in action. Certainly not an army that has gotten nearly as many fights as Grimgor's has, and you gotta love Oglock here, so yeah, he's gotta have his time in the sun, or in the snow in this particular case. Anyway, he'll heal up to full and continue moving through both Nikari and through Kugath's territory, though we may actually allow Varag to grab Dromir, or maybe we'll grab Kronfall and jump over to Bjornling's gathering. Something along those lines. We'll see. Anyway, since he was the only one that needed to move, unless I'm mistaken, we are free to do something, and by something I mean end the turn, and by end the turn I mean do first diplomacy, and then the buildings, and not end the turn, but you know, we're getting there. Diplomacy, we'll start with you, quick deal. Red Eye wants to be friends. Yes, sure, we're gonna try to confederate them, so we do want to be friends with them. Give us your money, because it'll make you weaker. Emery is somehow still alive. Well, that's kind of interesting, but they're very weak at 78 strength rank. I'm not going to do anything about that, at least not at the current time. Clan Rictus, we found you. Now, you are At war with a lot of factions that we're currently at war with. Fine, we can ally with Clan Rictus, more Skaven units. They're still going to be far too weak for us to bother fighting ourselves, so yeah, I don't mind. Alright, that's Rictus, Khemri, and followers of Nagash we can ignore. Bloody Hands, Clan Gritus will ignore. Red Fangs are kind of close to Confederation, though a little bit surprising that they won't, considering. Now, just... Crooked Moon. We found Skarsnik. Okay, perfect. And damn, he's only at war with Clan Angrand? I mean, don't get me wrong, that makes sense, but we need to be at war with... We need him to be at war with more factions. Minus 50 to join war against the Cult of Sigmar? Damn. That's a little bit much. What about the Order of Lore Masters? No. Alright, we'll need to keep an eye on him then, and hopefully we can confederate him. And now... Oh, I guess the Skarsnik Finders are no longer necessary since we gained vision of him, eh? At least, looks like Mr. Arcan is doing reasonably well here. He's not as strong as Vlad, but he's still attacking some things. He does not like the Skaven, though. And that may bring us into conflict with him. Not that we care all that much about it. Anyway, let us do low fightiness. We'll ignore that and assign skill points. Buildings, we will do damaged buildings. There's one at Ravola here. I guess we'll build it up so that we can trade it. Don't bother collecting the income, however. Outpost upgrades? Yeah, we'll upgrade all the outposts now. And, we can build one at Rictus. Sure, Rictus. Carrick Crumb. Ooh, and it has access to Warplag Jezzails. Thunder Mountain is nearby, but also has walls. Let's do Thunder Mountain. Alright. And I assume that's all we have to do for that. Now let's do buildings. Ooh, we are losing a little bit of public order, but that's pretty normal by now. Gabo City for you, Gisoro. Karan, you're going to Orky Dwellings. Kleinland. Let's upgrade Fortburg Beret. Oh, it's actually so cheap, 2.2k. The defenses are still going to be kind of garbage, but, I mean, it's not like that's why we're here. Marienburg. Just upgrade those goblin tunnels. I was thinking maybe we should just upgrade you to tier 5, but, you know, we'll get there eventually anyway. Castle Bordelot. You're trying to make as much money as you possibly can, but you already have the important stuff, which means we're going to go for a pile of scrap, and I believe we were also going for... Probably Shrine to Gork and Mork. The leadership is certainly helpful. Charge bonus is okay, though our charge bonus is already pretty darn nasty. Maybe the extra campaign movement range, though very slight, would be more helpful, and it is extra scrap per turn. You know, let's do that. I doubt that that particular building will actually ever reach tier 5, because the campaign will most likely end by then, but who knows? Who knows? If it turns out that we'll need to or are capable of skipping a bunch of turns, as all the nearby enemies have been destroyed, then it is certainly a possibility. Anyway, we're just going to keep upgrading all the money things, because, well, our money's still very much negative, even if we keep... Wait, how much? Oh. Our money is very much negative, but we keep raiding and sacking and raising and whatnot, and we're still okay. Build up your growth, please. We'll go for the boss's camp here. And, oh, wait, actually, we can ignore the boss's camp and instead build you the raiden stashes. We may not have enough room for the horde here, as this is a more defensive area, but nonetheless, it should be built, especially since a decent amount of it is probably going to get raised by Archaon or Sarthoriel until we send a proper army to deal with all of them. Castle Mousillon, however, is completely safe from any kind of attack, and then we'll do pile of scrap, and then I guess we'll do these savage stones here instead. Alright, next up, yes, more sacred spider grounds everywhere. We need more spider capacity. You are going to get a raiden stashes, though you're probably going to get destroyed, we'll see. And let's get those goblins, tents, and piles of scrap. You will have public order, Gulf of Kislev. Defenses need to be raised everywhere. More defenses. Azag's new territory basically needs to completely be defended everywhere. Or key forts or goblin cities or mega tower. Wait, oh, we're already building that. Let's go for the Orky forts then. Eldegrim Gulf, we will probably trade you to Scarbrand, though not 100% sure. Let's build the boss's tent here, and then let's build the growth here. Arguelon to growth. Northern Grey Mountains Blood Keep. I guess you're going to have to go for growth as well. Get that stunty mine. Ward of Frost. One thing can only be built, so we'll just select it at random. You. Public order, growth, and raiden stashes. Don't expect the place to actually generate any income, but, you know. And we can still use it for capacities and such. Brawling Grounds. I built this so that this could be traded to Scarby, so I think we're just going to ignore that. Commendum, you're probably also going to get traded, and Aristad. We may keep you, but we may not, depending. Kronfjall. May actually have to fight there. A Keeper of Secrets, a couple of Soul Grinders, like 5 units of spawn of Slaanesh. It's not walled, but it might be worth our time. And in fact, I don't think that this army would be capable of dealing with it, mostly because this is more of an anti-infantry army, and due to the presence of all those squig hoppers and colossal squigs, we could try to send it around to Calawild Valley, though. Although I guess that'll be something to consider next turn. Next turn it is. Don't forget something, somebody sieging somewhere. You want a peace treaty, sir? I don't think so. You hated us too much, thus we couldn't trust that you weren't going to declare war on us. Scarbrand, please take that territory. Get rid of Nakari so we don't have to deal with that seduction nonsense anymore. Archaon will attack us, close defeat. Damn, he does have that hell cannon. And look, we could fight this, but this army isn't going to be able to bring down Archaon, even if it does have the capability of heavily damaging his army. So I think it's not worth our time in that regard. And just Archaon himself is not really killable here. So I'm just going to auto-resolve it. And his army will remain alive, but not to worry, we'll send Azag to deal with him and reclaim any territory lost from Azag's empire. Sarthoriel, you're also going to attack. And Heroic Victory. Huh. And funnily enough, I'm pretty sure this is actually, in fact, I'm 100% sure this is lying in our favor. There's no way that this pile of units doesn't destroy us here. And I feel bad lying in the auto-resolve sphere, so I guess we could watch our army die. Just because it might be an entertaining fight, but obviously the enemy has way too much spells for us to be able to survive this. And the reason I figured we want to watch our army die is this, because if we auto-resolve it, and then this army gets destroyed, and that feels like cheating. Because the auto-resolve is lying in our favor. Alright, just do this quick. Oh, I kind of forgot that this was a walled settlement. Unfortunately, the gate health is not 30,000, so we will not be able to make this cinematic battle. We'll be able to watch it in a pseudo-cinematic, so I guess that's all gonna have to be good enough. Now, most, if not all, the enemies have deployed on this side. Let's make a couple of piercing towers, mostly because they'll be helpful with the, I guess we can make one catapult tower. Yeah, fine. I mean, the piercing towers would actually be stronger here, but we can only make 2. Wait, how much would it cost to seal off this area? 200. Yeah, these things are a little bit too expensive. Let's go lots of arrow towers. They have a bad habit of missing, but, you know, with all of those enemy cockatrices, I think that and this is a better use of our efforts. Arrow tower, please. There we go. Then, we will need to block the gates off. You two, stay here. If there are any cockatrices that go to the ground, then you will deal with them. You put you here and you here. I expect Sarthoriel will be expending magics on you. We will probably want our range units up on the walls, like so. But at the same time, we'll want all of our Black Orcs and stuff directly behind them, because once the cockatrices land, even though they'll... Counterpoint to self. Don't let the cockatrices knock Black Orcs off the wall, so let them hit the archers. Like so. And we have 2 units of Orc Boys. Gonna send one up here. Or we could let the cockatrices charge them. I want to make sure that we have these towers activated as well, so you can just stay right here. In fact, no, you can stay all the way here so that these towers are activated, and then you can stay all the way here to make sure that these towers are activated. There we go. Alrighty, next up we have our boss here, which can go to the gate. And who's left? We have 2 units of spiders. I guess they can provide a little bit of poison support with their range ability, though it'll probably provide support for us as well. There are exalted pink horrors, which I guess you could sally out and charge. As to whether that'll be effective remains to be seen. Alrighty, start battle. And you're gonna go for the Mutilith Vortex Beast, and so are you. And so are you. We need all the towers focusing essentially the same thing. Alright, Searing Doom coming down. It's going to clip the Black Orcs. In fact, it's going to kill 2 of them off. We got our free summons. Oh, summons. I really wish it wouldn't happen in one place like this, because it's going to allow Sartorial probably to cast on you. Blue fire, or pink fire, rather. Alright, how's that Mutilith Beast? He's in trouble. Here come the cockatrices. Gotta get ready to surround them, and you want to jump down? Oh, yeah, you do want to jump down here among the Black Orcs. Well, then. Alright, and big boy, you help out with that. Alright, surround and kill, surround and kill. Where's our boss? Yeah, help with that. Alright, and, well, now we're working. Alright, you guys, spiders, you out there? Mutilith Vortex Beast survived, unfortunately. Alright, and our archers are being wrecked, but that is as expected. Biggins, you stick around. I'm gonna do a little bit of damage to Sartorial in this manner, but probably not to any concern. But the cockatrices are getting absolutely wrecked. Hey, spider, attack. Use the power of killing. There we go. Yeah, I think I've only seen the cockatrices. I mean, I guess they were a relatively recent addition. I've only seen the cockatrices fight maybe twice since they were added. And I don't think the enemy's ever built a Mutilith Vortex Beast before in any one of my campaigns, but, you know. Anyway, keep killing those cockatrices. Focus them down. How we doing otherwise? Sartorial's still fighting. I would send some other units up here. And hey, you get back here. Black Orcs. I was going to have them surround Sarthi. You know what? Instead, let's go right here and use you to defend. And all the pink horrors are unfortunately dead. I guess you can charge one of those exalted flamers, because they're not really doing anything. Back to the cockatrice variety hour. Although it's actually the opposite of a variety hour, because it's only cockatrices. Let's send these biggins. Damn it, Sartorial. He keeps lifting off. Annoying. I keep expecting him to pop a pink fire down here. And he's dropped. Oh, tremendously foolish, my friend, tremendously foolish. And there's the Vortex Beast, but what can a Vortex Beast do against an Ragnarok? I would say that this should be in our favor, though it's going to do a decent amount of splash damage. I would like all the towers to knock that cockatrice out of the sky as well. And, did you guess? Oh, there were 2 exalted flamers. And, okay, well, these poor spiders are dead, but, well, that was always bound to happen. You guys move up here. We'll, Gehenna's Golden Hounds. Alright, we'll need to send in a few units up here. How's that Vortex Beast looking? Gehenna's Golden Hound's gonna get a lot of value, but we'll pop our big wah and let's bring that beast to its knees. We got another cockatrice to kill. And that one's running away. We can send in some more boys this way. And you know what? Let's get the boar boys out as well. You know what? I probably should have charged them around. Enemies coming in with, well, if it isn't more cockatrices. Boar boys head out to this side of the map. Sartorial should be just about dead, and I don't think I recall what the death animation for the Vortex Beast looks like. That probably just falls over, but who knows? Maybe that gate on its back will explode. Alright, come on. Please hit it. It's got 936 HP. Giant, I need you to bring it down. 600. It has the mass to get the heck out of here, spiders. Apply yourselves in melee to slow down, and there it goes, or there it should go. Alright, so the gate will fall off, and it will fall. Oh, right. Yes, I remember that. Alright, well, you guys are good here, so Thoriel, you're about to die as well, my friend. Alright, we're at least about to fall. And there's another cockatrice up on the wall. Let's send the, well, the Black Orc's already surrounding it. And there's another one out here. We'll need the big boys to deal with them. Alright, how are we doing up here? Oh, the sorcerer is still firing, and would you please kill that exalted flamer? You towers are taking far too long to deal with that thing, and what the heck is going on over on this side? There's a Chaos Sorcerer just hanging around. Alright, well, it's welcome to do so, even if it is a little weird. Boar boys, get ready. There's a bunch of exalted pink horrors, or pink horrors of various kinds out there. And actually, you know what? Let's knock you out of the sky. Why not? Alright, Big Spidey has arrived, and a cultist is out here. Let's have you two kill the cultist, and ooh, that's gonna be a nice fireball if it explodes among our Black Orcs. Alright, another cockatrice hanging around, but otherwise we're looking pretty okay. I guess the addition of the cockatrice, if nothing else, gives a more variety for the TZEENTCH Air Force, so that you can do Doom Knight's cockatrice plus Screamers and Lords of Change. One of the factions that can definitely build full Air Force armies, which are always very fun and which I always do try to do. Anyway, Spider Boy, kill. What am I going? Cockatrice nearly down, a couple more hits and it should be out of the picture. And there we go. Oh, lovely. Well, what still remains here? There's another cockatrice running. If you guys could knock it down while it tries to get away, that would be just swell. We need to sally out. I mean, the gate is up. You know what? Go here. Where are you going? No, go here through the gate. Sally out a few units. And charge with the boars when ready. I guess we could charge out with the spiders as well. Go around this side. Oh! Oh, there's somebody out here, a Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. Black Orcs. You're gonna deal with that if I can find you in here. There's one. There's, oh, this one is actually quite hurt. Alright, fine, let's send some summoned biggins to deal with it then. In fact, this, oh no, it's just a regular Orc Boys unit. Alright, well, summoned or not, this seems like it should work out reasonably well, and let's speed it up a little bit as the Boar Boys get into position. Although, watching a few of those tower hits ain't too bad. There we go. Some nice lightning. And all those pink horrors should probably get away. Looks like fire is going to lose to lightning. Although it feels so bizarre to be defending a Kiss of Light territory. Alright, how we looking? Honestly, it looks like the battle is nearly over. You know what, let's sally the big boys out. Let's sally the boar boys in. One for each of the flamers, if you would. And hopefully we don't get targeted on the spider, and biggins go after the sorcerer. Most likely the sorcerer will get away, but we expected that. Oh, and the spider has joined the fray. Make sure that those flamers are no longer firing, and we gotta watch out for the big flamer, though. Looks like it's getting a lot of splash damage into its own units. Alrighty. The big lads have arrived, and they'll break the remaining demons without too much trouble. Right outside the settlement, all while lightning flies around them. I would like to know how the orcs managed to control those Kislefite lightning towers. Because I figure they wouldn't be able to, but anyway. Alright, kill that thing, spider. Suppressed and poisoned, good. And, okay, speed it up while the spider closes the distance, there we go. Couple more hits and we won't see the death animation, will we? Actually, we will, because there's still an enemy lord on the field running, but we won't catch it, so. Very nice. Heroic victory. Yeah, once again, I didn't expect this to be an actual walled settlement battle. I got confused by Norska existing, and obviously Norska not having any walls, so here we are. Alright, come on now. Poor Sartoriel, I guess I could have auto-resolved this after all, but hey, you know what, that was a relatively entertaining fight, other than the AI being absolutely stupid with those cockatrices. They could have definitely cleared the walls, at least, and then maybe had the cockatrices move in while the rest of the army moved in, but alas for them. We are going to, not eat the captives, just slaughter them. The rest of that will back up. Dashika will remain alive. Clan Skull wishes us to join war against the Golden Order, which we will. Just not yet, as there is no hurry. And with that, the turn will end. Fantastic. I'll do the... what is this? Enemy killed in battle. Creator. And Vaden gets in. There we go. Scarby, please. Please take this place, please. Stop sitting out there. He has replaced his 1,000,000 warhounds with 1,000,000 marauders of corn. I do wish that he'd build something a little bit stronger, but alas. Anyway, with that, we're out of time, and I'm going to call the episode here. I'll do the building at least in between the episodes, and then we'll head back in to all these fights. And next time around, stay tuned for more orcs as we head towards the end of the campaign and continue deleting the remnants of those who are still strong enough to stand against us. And hopefully we'll get a few good fights out of Archaon and Carl before long, though... not Carl, Archaon and... oh, Siggy. I wonder if he'll declare war on us too. Archaon and Vlad as the final fights that we want to get for this campaign. Anyway, more orcs to come, so stay tuned. Don't forget to leave those likes and comments below, especially if you want it to be updated relatively soon. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.